Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2. So in our most recent video, we had a good finish at Kansas, and I'm not even really referencing our actual finishing position as much as I am referencing our attempts to try to make the AI more competitive by slowing ourselves down. I think it turned out pretty good. Now, we did have the momentum, which you can see now at the top of the screen that's glowing in green. That momentum that's supposed to be giving us extra speed, whatever that means, because it's very generic, but we were able to come from the back of the pack all the way to the front and nearly get a victory in a very short amount of time. So there's good and bad to be taken from that. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going forward, because if we click on next race, then we see that our next race is once again in the trucks, and it's going to be at Charlotte, another 1.5 mile track. Now, Charlotte is a little bit more tricky because it's a lot more narrow, and it's going to be harder to stay off cars because there's not as much room to maneuver as opposed to somewhere like Kansas. But it's going to be interesting to see because I'm guessing we're probably going to have to start in the back, as has normally been the case with the AI. And then let's see how much speed we have and how close the results are to what we experienced in Kansas. That's going to be the ebb and flow of the career mode in this game, is to see how our efforts are to make the AI competitive, how they carry over from track to track. Does it work at most of the tracks? Does it work at all of the tracks? Or do we need to make some adjustments? So with that in mind, I'm interested to get to Charlotte and see how this thing goes. All right, folks, we are under green here at Charlotte, and this is going to be really touch and go at the beginning, and I'm trying to give them all sorts of room. Now, naturally, they pull away from me as they always do at the very beginning, so I'm not too worried about that. But what I really want these guys to do is get spread out as much as possible. We only have 17 laps here, but I got to tell you, I'm not as much worried about our finishing position. Woo. Okay, we're catching these guys way too quickly there. I'm going to give it a shot here on the high side, but I have... Woo, there just is not a whole lot of room here. And yes, I am going to be lifting off the throttle for now because I want to make sure I give these guys as much room as I can and not worry at all about speed. All right, I'm going to use the brakes a little bit here on the entry of 3. Because again, I'm just trying to see how much these guys are off the gas. Oh, and there we go. There's our first slam from the AI, who doesn't particularly care that we're here. All right, let's try to clear a few more of these guys. So there are some things that you can just count on from the AI, and getting slammed is just one of those things. All right, so now they're a little bit more spread out. Now we can get at more of an idea of what kind of speed we have versus some of the guys toward the front of the field, because we're now in the top half of the field. So let's see how it goes from here. As normal, I'm going to stick to the high side. And just, it'll be interesting to see how much room we make up on each of these trucks the closer we get to the front of the field. Do we still keep blowing by them pretty easily, or does it become progressively harder and harder to pass them? Now, obviously, we're hoping that it becomes progressively harder to pass them, particularly once we get to the top 10 and particularly the top 5. All right, so we're coming in on 12th now, and it's our old buddy JJ Yaley. Okay, so now we have gotten to, we can see the top 10 trucks. All right, I'm going to lift off the gas, use a little brake here. I don't know where these guys are going to go. Whoop, got into the wall a little bit there myself. That's what you get for worrying more about them than you are where you are on the track. All right, so again, I'm going to try to be very careful. All right, so far so good. Yeah, just not a lot of room there for me. So I'm not going to push this. All right. I like it when they get spread out, more single file. If they will continue to do that, we will be in great shape. All right, let's try the bottom here. But again, we're going to have to be very careful. Okay, now we're clear high. Let's say we're going to have to be very careful about these guys in front of us when we run low, because they might be lifting quite a bit. Woo. Hit a bump there. Got a little bit loose coming off that corner. All right, now we're going to head into turn 3, and they're going to be side by side. This turn's already interesting by itself. We don't really want to make that 3 wide if we can help it. Laps are winding down. We're basically halfway now. All right, let's see if we can squeeze by them here. Okay, so far so good. We're good. And if they will just stay single file. All right, and they do so. So now we've reached the front of the field. We're now in the top 5. And we can see the leader in front of us. Where Infinger's going to go. I would prefer to stick to the high side. Okay, yeah, he's going to give me the high side. As we were going into that corner, I wasn't quite sure if he was going to go to the bottom or maybe stick to more of the middle of the track, so all right, so we dispatched with Infinger pretty easily. And now Rhodes in second. It's going to be interesting to see. You can see he pulls us down the straightaway a little bit. And let's see what we're able to do through this corner. All right, we're able to clear him, I think. Okay, yeah, we're clear now. All right, now it's time to see what we can do with the leader. We got 5 laps, I believe, to see what we've got. We're definitely closing in. Will we be able to get there in time is the question. So 5 laps to do whatever it is we're going to do here. And who is it? But Nemechek in the lead. That's the first time I've actually paid attention to that. Always nice to see Nemechek leading. Either one of them. The father or the son. All right, so we're definitely closing in. But we got 4 laps to get past. Oh, a big run here through turns 1 and 2. Big run. Now we come to 3 and 4, and we'll see what kind of speed John Hunter has through here. All right, so now we're here. We are side by side. Woo! He cut that very close in front of me. Yeah, we're definitely a good bit better through the corners, whereas he is better down the straightaways. See, he pulls ahead just a little bit. I'm guessing that momentum that we have is helping us out on the straightaways for sure. All right, so we're running side by side. This is a good battle here. I've not lifted since well, I haven't lifted in quite a while actually, but you can see in the corners we definitely pull him But as soon as we get to the straightaway, he's coming back on us. Let's see if we're able to actually clear him. At some point, I'm going to have to look and see how many laps we got left. I keep hearing the crowd cheering, which indicates that we're taking the lead. But we have yet to be able to clear him. All right, final lap. He gets a big run through there on us through the tri-oval. And again, I'm not lifting. So we're running and doing all we can do. All right, so we cleared him there, but he's going to get a run on us down the straightaway. All right, we'll go into, oh, look out. Woo, that was a big slide there. Does he get a good run on us? Not enough. All right, so we bring it home at Charlotte with the victory. Despite the interesting turn 3 and 4 we had on that last lap. So it says our speed rating is a 103. And we won the race from the back of the field, which is interesting. But we'll take that victory. All right, let's see what kind of payout we get. 54.5 for the win, 7,500 from our contract, leaving us with 687,000 in our bank account now, and the point standings. So now we have 2 victories on the season with 10 playoff points. Again, we're running races that are so short that we don't really have opportunities for worthwhile stages to get more playoff points. So 2 wins, a total of 10 playoff points, and we have a nice 9-point lead overall in the point standing. So interesting. Let me know how you guys think this is going so far in the season, both on the 1.5-mile type tracks as well as the shorter tracks. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you're thinking that maybe we need to handicap this some more. What position should we, finishing position, should we be aiming for? That kind of thing. Just let me know what you think in the comment section below. But overall, we got what we came here for, which is a victory. Fastest lap, not really too terribly worried about that. All right, so as we head back to the main screen, we did not complete all of the incentive contract goals. Better luck with the next contract. So interesting that we're leading in points. We have 2 victories, and we didn't complete that, but hey, you win some, you lose some. So now we've got a message from Ben Rhodes. Let's see what he's got to say.
Everybody thinks you're the best. You drive so clean, but so tough. It's awesome sharing the track with you.
All right, so another mention of our driving style. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes as we move forward. And now we have another Xfinity hot seat. Now, here's something else to keep in mind as we move forward. Now, I think in our initial truck season, which was season 0, really, our introductory season, we had something like, what, about 6 to 7 of these hot seat offers. Now, at this point in the season, this will be, I believe, our 3rd, and it's with yet another 3-star team. And it says we could use your help driving the 86 car at Charlotte on Saturday. All right, so we're going to have our first opportunity for a double, the truck race and the Xfinity race on the same weekend. Of course, we're not eligible for any cup rides just yet, so we couldn't even think about doing a triple. But our first double, we're going to have an opportunity for here, and 80,000 for a top 25 finish. Surely we can get in the top 25, even though it is with a 3-star car. But that'll be interesting. But of course, that'll be in our next video because we've run out of time here. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more NASCAR Heat 2 coverage at Knee Pit Gaming.